Hello, Chuck Allred here, and I wanted to take a minute to make a quick video to explain the guitar technique that I'm using when I play the chorus of The Way the News Goes. I've had a lot of people comment on the video that's up showing me playing the medley, the Periphery medley live, and asking about this technique and wanting to know what it was. So it's a very old technique. People have been using it for centuries as far as I know. And it's a very, very useful, fantastic technique. So I want to explain how it works, give you some links in the information and some avenues to explore it on your own, and then show you how to put it in to other music, not just this piece, but many pieces, maybe pieces that you already play. So if you're just interested in watching this passage played slowly, then just skip to the end of this video. I'm going to have it there at the end so you can see it played slow if that's all that you need, all that you'd like to see. So I'm going to get right to it and try to make this as concise as possible. So this technique is called guitar tremolo, and it's been around for quite a long time. There are quite a few people who do it a lot better than I do, so I'm not going to explain how to polish it or how to get it to sound a particular way. But I will show you how it works, how I use it in this piece, the chorus of The Way the News Goes, and also how to apply it to other music. So this is how this technique works. So I'm playing on a 6-string guitar, which is in standard tuning with a low D instead of an E, which is one step above what you're going to hear on the record select difficulty. So sorry if that throws you off. And obviously I'm playing with fingers for the plucking hand. So this technique works like this. We're going to use 4 fingers of the right hand in this sequence: thumb, ring, middle, index, in a continuous loop like that. So let's start out by putting all the fingers on the first string, and we're going to play that sequence: thumb, ring, middle, index. And this will be good to get you started. Do your best to make each finger equal in sound and in volume. And as you speed up, you want to keep each finger equal. And you can practice that on all the strings. It's a great exercise. Keep in mind, as you speed up, you want to avoid this type of sound, like a gallop. You want it to be even, like a Gatling gun. And that's, it's easy to say, work on it, keep it this way. It may take quite a while. It certainly took me quite a while. So I'm saying this very quickly, but I'll also say it may take you a long time. If it does, join the club. I'm in it too. Okay, so once you have that down, you want to practice moving strings with your thumb, like this. So keeping the other 3 fingers on the first string while playing a different string with the thumb. Each spacing is going to feel a little bit different. And make up your own exercise for this type of stuff. You can hold a chord if you want, if that makes you feel better. So you want to get used to moving strings with the thumb and it not throwing you off, okay? Once again, saying it quickly, it takes a lot of work for, I think, most people. So the next thing is we're going to apply that to the chorus of The Way the News Goes. So the way that I'm playing it is with these 3 fingers, I'm playing the vocal line that's being sung in the song, and then I just play the bass line with the thumb. You can do more than that, which I'll get to in a minute. So these three fingers are playing the vocal line, the melody, right? The thumb is playing the bass line. Okay, and then you put them together and you get the way that I played it in the arrangement. So you kind of get this illusion of a continuous melody, even though that's not the case, right? There's a big gap when you play with your thumb. But when you increase the speed, and if you can keep it even, which is why that's important, it's not as noticeable. At least, I guess not noticeable enough. So that's how you play that section. It's called guitar tremolo. Now, I want to talk a little bit about maybe applying this in a different context, because if you can learn this technique, you should play it in other instances as well, maybe with some music that you already play. So I want to do a quick example of a very well-known classical guitar tremolo piece called Recuerdos de la Alhambra by the Spanish guitarist and composer Francisco Tárrega. The beginning goes like this. And etc. So a quick look at that first passage. This is our melody, right? Which we're playing with these three fingers, okay? Our bass line in this passage is just one note. So that's the bass, open fifth string. But in this instance, he uses the thumb to add an inner voice. So instead of the thumb staying on one string, which is what I do in the Periphery arrangement, that sounds pretty boring in comparison, doesn't it? So if you can be athletic with your thumb and jump around with it not giving you trouble, you can add a whole nother voice and give a whole nother layer of texture and depth to your music. So I want to give one quick example of how to apply this technique maybe to a piece you already know. So hopefully this will help you do that. I'd like to play a very short classical guitar etude from the 19th century by a Spanish guitarist and composer named Dionisio Aguado. And I want to play it in its original form, and then we'll apply the guitar tremolo technique to it. So here's the first half of the study in its original form. So that's how it originally goes. Now, what if we want to play this study while working on our guitar tremolo? Well, it's easy. We have to choose an upper voice, which in this study, you always have an open first string for a lot of it, not all of it. So that's going to be my upper voice. My bass line, I know it's kind of high in register, but it's here. And then an inner voice. So we put them all together and we can make the piece a guitar tremolo piece. Now this, I'm not saying you should make this piece a guitar tremolo piece, or that's not the way that it was designed, and I love the study. I don't think it should be changed. But this is just an exercise in creativity, understanding the benefits of a technique, and that those benefits don't exist only in one place. They can exist in many, many scenarios. And if you understand that, you can use them to your advantage. So take a song that you already know. If you can create a hierarchy of voices, maybe just start with two. Start with a melody and a bass line, and turn it into tremolo. If you have something in the middle, use your thumb to bring out those inner voices as well, and then you can make it into a guitar tremolo piece. So I hope this video has helped. I'm going to put some links in the information of people playing guitar tremolo much better than I can. People who you should look at to copy their tremolo technique and to copy their sound. And if you heard this technique in the Periphery medley and it kind of set you off and you thought, what is that? I really like it. I really, really encourage you to look into it. You're going to have to get past some things that you're not used to. But if you get past them, you will develop a whole new appreciation for things that you didn't even know were out there, maybe. I'm only saying that because that's kind of what happened to me when I got into classical guitar. And maybe you don't want to do that, or you don't have time for that. Whatever. Not for everybody. But if you're interested, I think it's worth the while to look into it further. So I hope this video has been helpful. Please feel free to ask any questions or make any comments that you have in the comments. I love discussion about guitar, about arranging, and many, many thanks to the guys in Periphery for making this incredible music for us all to enjoy. And then people like me who just want to play it so bad, but aren't in a metal band, so you just kind of make your own your own weird genres just so you can play it because it's just it's that good and you enjoy it that much. So thank you for watching and enjoy playing guitar tremolo.